Now to
Yeah.
see her kind of step into this role as the executive VP of beauty and fragrance at SKIMS, um, you know, I think it's as she even stated in the caption of the post that she has on Instagram, you know, about failing forward and leaving room to fail forward.
What's up, Janelle?
Hey, Bronzy.
How are you? How's it going?
It is going well. Um, yeah, had just got back from a nice trip back home to Miami. You know, I always come back from Miami very refreshed, so
Yeah.
it's going well. How about you?
Got some family time in?
Of course, of course. Yeah.
Nice. I'm doing pretty well too. I went back home. Not as significant or as infrequent as yours. It was significant though. Thursday had a chance to go to Philly for the Norfolk State DSU
I
football
saw
game.
that. I saw that. Shout out. I mean,
Yeah.
Dell State won, right?
Dell State won. Shout out to Dell
Okay.
State.
Okay.
Shout out to Tell State.
And yeah, that was significant because the head coaches obviously are previous elite football players for the Eagles. Deshaun Jackson, head coach of Dell State, and Michael Vick, head coach of Norfolk State. State, yeah. That was cool. Also had my aunt who's 70. She turned 77. She's a huge sports fan. She came into town, went to the game. She lived in Virginia for quite some time, but now she's in Norfolk. Now she's in Houston. So that was cool, family time. And then Saturday, my brother and his sister-in-law, they had a Sweet 16 anniversary party, and it was 2000s themed. And that was really dope too. So lots of family time and celebration. And when that happens, it's easy to feel refreshed. So I feel pretty good.
Love that. Love that. Yeah. Only big significant thing. I mean, I literally just went home just because I needed to see my people. But yeah, got to meet my best friend's son for the first time. Shout out to Mason.
Yay.
Yeah.
Shout
Shout
out
out
Mason.
Mason. Shout out
and
Jasmine.
Yes, and they stopped by for Halloween. He was dressed up as the Cookie Monster, so got my little pictures of his first Halloween. So
So
yeah.
cute. Love that. Love that. Love that. Yeah. So glad the positive vibes are all around. Amadi, how you doing? Behind the camera.
The camera.
Camera. Yeah.
I'm doing well. I'm doing good. I'm feeling good. Happy to be here. Feeling encouraged and light.
Period. That's a great way to start off the show. We have a couple of things in Above the Fold this week. Janelle, you ready to kick us off?
Let's do it. First thing on the agenda, some good news that we got yesterday was that Diarrha N'Diaye, who is the founder of Amicole, has been named the EVP of Beauty and Fragrance at SKIMS. So not that long ago, we talked about the fact that Amicole, a brand that I wear every day and thoroughly enjoy, Black-owned beauty brand, was closing its doors after can't remember how many years in operation, but you know, things just between being in Sephora and direct to consumer and just not raising the capital that they needed. You know, it was very sad to see that they were closing their doors, but now to see her kind of step into this role as the executive VP of beauty and fragrance at SKIMS, you know, I think it's as she even stated in the caption of the post that she has on Instagram, you know, about failing forward and leaving room to fail forward.
Wow.
Yeah. What are your thoughts?
I think she in her statement kind of said it, failing forward. In a way, like, you feel it's unfortunate that she doesn't still have her own, you know, brand, and like she's leading and pioneering it from proprietorship kind of like standpoint. But I don't think that there's a better move than this when you think about it strategically.
Yeah.
What it does in the immediate term and then also in the long term for her, for Skims, for everybody involved. I like this move for Skims. I like this move for her as well. And I'm excited. I'm excited to see what she does come to life with a company like Skims, who clearly is at the forefront of culture and conversation. And maybe this is the product that Law Roach was talking about.
I'm sure it is. But yeah, no, I wholeheartedly agree. I think it's a good look on both ends. Like both of them stand to gain something from this partnership. I think, obviously she's looking for her next move and having come off of closing Ami Cole, just this feels like a door that's been open that she can really kind of like step in, own, and succeed in. And then for Skims, stepping into the beauty and fragrance space, particularly the beauty space, when you think about brands we talk a lot about brands and celebrities that are already in that space, and kind of like how they enter the space, what consumer they're hoping to like meet in that space. And obviously like Fenty kind of set the bar with their coming out of the gate with like the 40 shades and really kind of speaking to the, to Black consumers or to consumers of like a wide range. I think that this gives them an opportunity to kind of like combat some of, whatever that negativity could have been with them entering into the space and who they're there for and who they're trying to market to. I think that this kind of helps them, I hate to put it like checking a couple boxes, but it sets them up for success out the gate.
I mean, you have to call it what you want. I think, check the box for lack of a better term. But when you think everything is strategic, everything is interconnected. And when they thought about entering the space and she clearly, I don't want to say became available, but became available. Somebody somewhere connected those dots and was like, this could make a lot of sense. And whoever that was, I love this for them. Like this feels right. I think this is how a brand enters a space. Everything you said, I'm plus one-ing.
Yeah. Something else or another kind of brand that we're always talking about is Adidas as it relates to Anthony Edwards and the AE2. They just recently dropped a new spot featuring Cat Williams. And, Cat Williams, love all that he's been doing over the past year or so. He kind of helped us kick off the year in grand fashion.
He sure did.
I can't believe that was this year. Like, that was January.
This has been a long year. That's crazy. This has been a crazy
It
long
has
year.
been a very, very long year. But he is featured and kind of carries this new spot for the AE2. Kind of staying in that same salmon-colored world and kind of reaffirming their positioning, as kind of being the leader in the space these days. Also, I recently listened to a episode of the podcast Please Explain, which is like a complex podcast that's hosted by Aria Hughes, who's their editor-in-chief, I believe. And they had Anthony Edwards and the whole team behind the sports marketing team behind the from the Adidas side of things, talking about what they set out to do, they achieved what they achieved. It was a really good listen. Highly recommend going back and listening to that episode.
I'm gonna check that out for sure.
But yeah, have you had a chance to see this spot with Cat Williams?
Yeah, I saw it when you sent it to me, and I absolutely loved it. First of all, Cat Williams is a genius. And whenever he steps on the screen, especially as part of culture, you can't help but stop and lend an ear. So to hear him do that monologue and monologue that spot was really cool. But the subject matter of it, basically Adidas was taking a shot at Converse basketball.
Yeah.
Ultimately talking about SGA. Well, they actually complimented SGA, but they were trashing Converse, like the shoe itself,
Right.
which I thought was a cool play and a nice angle to take in the spot. Although I did see a lot of like Twitter takes saying that the spot was coming at SGA, and I wasn't picking that up.
And so, even if they were, like, so what?
I mean, so what? I mean, that's what brands and sports are about. But I think it was
Right.
cool that they clearly were giving him his tens, talking about how smooth
Right.
of a guard he
Yeah.
is and all that. But saying not so much for the shoe. That ain't
Yeah. That ain't
I
it
loved
for
it
them. Yeah.
for them.
I know that we talk a lot about Anthony Edwards and the shoe and what they're doing, but that's just because like they're kind of killing it. Like there's no way around it. So every time they put something out, and again, like if you listen to the podcast, you can kind of hear them talk a little bit about the strategy behind when they're what moments they're selecting, when they're putting things out, and like why we have so much to talk about as it relates to this world that they've built. But yeah, I mean, per usual, the next time they drop something, we'll be right here to talk about it.
Seems that way. Yeah.
I believe last night or yesterday were the CFDA awards, in which ASAP Rocky got a Fashion Icon award. Yeah. Do you think he's deserving of said award? What are your thoughts?
Janelle,
What? What are you about to say?
is he worthy? I think he's worthy
I mean,
of consideration.
Okay.
But I don't know if I would have gave him the award just yet.
Why not?
I don't
Think about who all has won this award. So, like, why not? Because I saw some backlash online as well about like him not being deserving, and I'm like, well, when you think back on like who's won the award and how, what stage of their career and their longevity and things of that nature, I think a case could be made that he's kind of deserving of said award, or at least like to be a part of the conversation.
Yeah. Okay. Wait a minute.
What?
You're right. If I look at these past winners,
Name them.
is this right? Erykah Badu, did she win last year?
I believe so.
Serena Williams in 2023. Lenny Kravitz in 2022.
Shout out
Zendaya
Lenny.
in 2021.
Shout out Lenny.
Jennifer Lopez in 2019. Naomi
Okay.
Campbell 2018. Beyonce 2016. Pharrell 2015. Rihanna 2014.
So what's the problem?
It's fine. It's fine. I mean, I said he was worthy of consideration. I personally, I wouldn't have been like, oh yeah, ASAP Rocky.
Mm-hmm. You say you wouldn't have been like, or you would have?
I would not have been like. But I don't feel strongly about that. It's just my.
Yeah, me too. Like I don't feel strongly about it, but it's just like when you read the list, it's just like, oh, okay, sure.
I don't like what you're doing here, but sure, fine.
Well, shout out to him. I believe Tiana Taylor hosted the CFDA Awards. I saw
she
that.
should have won.
Listen, but again, a case could be made. If Tiana could win, ASAP could win too. You just like one more than the other, personally. But
true.
Longevity wise, what they're known to do, the ASAP Rocky is the face of many fashion brands.
True. First of Dior or something like that. And
yeah, something of Dior. I mean, he head to toe Bottega all the time.
Chanel these days.
Okay, so
yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I might not be able to name a song, but the looks be looking.
You know the looks be looking. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. Okay, I oblige. But yeah, Tiana Taylor, I think she was basically making her case that next year she needs to be in that consideration.
For sure.
She'll
For sure.
obviously get it.
Staying in the space of fashion, I believe yesterday as well. All this news came out yesterday. Damn. Yesterday, it was announced that Teen Vogue was folding into or merging into Vogue, the parent brand, meaning that there is no, what I gather, there is no more Teen Vogue in a silo. With that also came a lot of layoffs. So seeing a lot of people, a lot of people on Twitter talking about the fact that they've been laid off, looking for new jobs, and a lot of those folks were Black. Well, no, I wouldn't say a lot of those folks were Black, but I think that there was already only like maybe 2 Black people on the Teen Vogue team, and now both of them are out of work, having not retained their roles in this consolidation. As a fan of Teen Vogue and, someone who, been a fan for a long time of the brand, it was kind of sad to see. But yeah, I don't know what to make of it, really.
I don't know what to make of it either, but what I will say is over time, Teen Vogue has evolved, right? Like I've not been like I'm not an avid reader or I don't follow Teen Vogue like that.
Mm-hmm.
But what it started out as and what it has become, it's kind of like morphed, right? Into like more of a general sort of publication, obviously fashion, politics.
Yeah.
I don't know. Does it not make sense for it to be part of the overall Vogue umbrella and being like folded in per se instead of living as its own? Like, I don't know what does this mean as in application?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think that we're talking about two different consumers, though. Like the consumer is in the name, Teen Vogue. Like,
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't. This is well, educate me. Like Teen Vogue, I know initially it started out as like the target audience was teens, young adults. Over time, it's expanded. I feel like the audience has grown up with Teen Vogue, and so has the content in a way.
I don't disagree. I do think it could have been an opportunity. I mean, because it could have been an opportunity to kind of age down the brand a bit and recapture the hearts and minds of new teens and like Gen Alpha and what they're concerned with and talking about and things of that nature. Because I've had this conversation a lot around the fact that there are no, and this is more so in the fashion space, but like there are no more like, I feel spaces or brands that really like target teens anymore. When I was growing up, we had like, you had Limited 2 and Claire's and there were just like designated you had like the Teeny Bop, Lil Bow Wow and Lil Romeo and all these people. Like there was a designated target or like demo that was teens. Nowadays, they listen to the same music we listen to. They wear the same clothes we wear. There is no space or brand that I feel like is catering to teens. And this is like yet another outlet or platform or surface that is now no longer catering to that demo.
I understand what you're saying. I would argue that it's really difficult to capture and to age down when you're a publication, especially when you think about Gen Alpha and where they consume media, how they consume media. So I would just say you got to consider that too. Like that is true, and I think that's just the paradigm of the culture at this point, where, like you were saying, they listen to the same music, they wear the same clothes. What they wear, what's fashion to them, is wearing these sweatsuits and hoodies in 80-degree weather.
But I mean, is that a symptom of not having any other brands speak to them, or is that like really what they want to wear? You know what I mean? Like,
Mm,
what came first, the chicken or the egg?
yeah. The cart
But
or the
yeah,
horse.
I get your point though. And like, yeah, maybe it could have been more so around like where they decide to activate and talk to folks. Like, should they have employed or could they have employed like a more aggressive TikTok strategy or I don't know,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Um, not here to solve the
And also,
problems of Teen
could these
Vogue,
things
but
have, could these things have been considered?
yeah,
It's possible
probably.
before they made the decision. Like they probably had some sort of strategic analysis done on like, okay, we need to do something with Team Vogue brand. These are the reasons why. These are the routes we can take. What are the holes in these options and all that? And ultimately decided on this. But I can see how you feel. Like if
Yeah.
this is a publication you grew up with and now it's morphing into or
Yeah.
out, it's like, yeah.
And I think though that like the majority of the conversation that I've seen around this whatever they're calling it, merger or
Folded.
downsizing, folding
Kalana.
is
Kalani.
is that is that they've in the process of this fired or laid off like all of their black and like diverse talent.
I read an article that said 6 people. This could be totally wrong. I could be misquoting or whatever. So again, I'm not here to report facts. I read an
We're not here to
article
report
that
facts.
said,
That's crazy.
that said that there were 6 people laid off,
Okay, but if all
most of
six of
which were
them,
BIPOC.
okay, yeah, that's a horrible percentage, no matter how you slice it.
It is a horrible percentage, but like if it's, yeah,
You couldn't find a way to retain one of said six BIPOC.
they didn't retain one.
And they're not the only ones. They're not the only ones that are like, I saw somewhere else where, I think it was CBS News or something like that.
Mhm.
Don't get me to lying since we're not reporting facts. 1 second. Yeah, CBS News has disbanded its race and culture unit. So like this is
I
happening
did see
across
that.
across the board. Whether it's a more concerted effort to eliminate D and I, like we talk about that all the time, or if it's done in a roundabout way through something like folding Teen Vogue in with Vogue.com or Vogue or whatever they're doing.
I got you. Yeah, I just found the stat. 6 of its members who worked for Team Vogue are being laid off. A bargaining unit of the union. The union statement said that most of the 6 are BIPOC, women are trans, including the Teen Vogue's political editor. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, not a great look. Well, we will, again, they've gotten a lot of not great press around the optics of that. So we'll be interested to see how they or if they address it. And we will stay tuned, I guess.
Yeah.
Moving right along. Under Armour has launched their own content studio. They're calling Lab 96. You dropped this one in the doc, so care to share any information? I did a little bit of reading on it, but what were your thoughts?
Yeah. So they are launching this in-house entertainment unit, I guess to say, content arm to produce original films, original series, and stories that go beyond just advertising. Remember that Under Armour spot that we talked about a couple episodes ago?
I do.
This the studio did that.
Okay.
So more longer form content. That's more being like a storyteller and less. I mean, good advertising is storytelling, but let's ads forward. Yeah, that's all. It was just like, I think it's cool. I think we're going to start seeing more brands do this. I think there are some brands that already have this like content arm. I think Red Bull does.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's
I
super
can't remember
smart.
some others, but
It's super smart,
yeah.
or more like
So, like,
editorial kind of like lens, editorial eye, and to your point, like athlete storytelling and just kind of telling deeper stories versus just like dropping a commercial.
yeah, it's like being the storyteller rather than just the brand. I think that increases the brand equity and market to your consumer base. It creates like a great funnel when you talk about brand awareness and ultimately driving consideration and then driving sales. I want to see how much they do though, like how much they do and then where they position the content.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, because it seems like they have a lot of different partners depending on what the story is or what the piece of content is. I saw that they're working on something with Overtime. They did something with Boardroom. They named a couple of different partners like in their press release, which I think is smart. You know, depending on who the target is, should obviously influence who you're partnering with to get that message out there.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I'm excited to see what else.
I like it. I did go on their website and I saw like they do like podcast style content as well. Some behind the scenes interviews, talking with their athletes, stuff like that. Like they have so much opportunity. Like when you're a brand like that and you have sports, and folks that you sponsor, like you can go really deep. And I like this approach.
Yeah. Agree. Okay. And then on to the last topic on the list for today. The new theme song for NBA on Prime called Victory, which was composed by Common, Kareem Riggins, and James Poyser. I took a listen to it. Very jazzy. Yes, I like it. I like it a lot.
I like it too. I think it's really cool. Like it has a blend of hip hop, jazz, a little bit of rock feel in there. It's also church. It's like very churchy in a way too. Yeah. It's like nostalgic. And Amazon also put out a piece like where they talked about making it. They had like a 60 or 70 piece orchestra. Common was like the lead music director on it, and he called in the other guys. But clearly, like when you think about the collaborators, they come from a soul background, soul hip hop background, so it makes sense. But I initially I didn't see it in real time. I saw it on TikTok. Like people kept using the sound and talking about it, and I was like, "Yo, what is this?" Yeah. And sure enough, it was something interesting enough where like, okay, it's 3 Black composers that were tapped to do this. And if you get a chance, look at the behind the scenes and the creation of it. They're talking about the parallels in basketball as a muse and inspiration for music and how they created this, thinking about the rhythm and the heartbeat of basketball. It was really cool to see how deep they went to really make this like theme song come to life. But yeah, I thought it was cool to shout out the 3 Black composers. And hopefully this is something that lives on for some time. I really like it. It feels timeless.
Yeah, I agree. Shout out to them.
Did you hear the Madi?
I didn't, but I will report back next episode.
Okay.
Speaking of reporting back before we jump to the next segment, have we heard any more about the Brandy and Monica tour? What is going on?
I haven't heard any more. It seems like that was just a bump in the road. I have seen people continuing to post content and it seems like everything is fine. She said, did she report that? Or did we say that she said that she was just like not feeling well?
Yeah, I think we might have said that, but okay. Sure. Okay.
I'll tell you one thing, Coco Jones still been up there performing. Anyway.
I mean, as she should. Okay. So, yeah, I wish they were coming to either Miami or Portland, but I'll just have to live
They're not going to
vicariously.
either.
No, not at least not at the moment. I'll have to just watch the TikToks, I guess.
Damn. You can come here when she come here.
When is that?
November 22nd.
Let's offline this. Let's offline that one.
Okay.
Maybe. Might be able to make it work.
Let's offline. All right. Cool. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it for Above the Fold.
Okay. Now we go into Guess the Spokesperson. I have clues for you.
Okay, let's do it.
You ready?
Yes.
The brand is Old Navy.
Okay.
And here are your clues. Her debut album was the first to be released, or was the first release on Arista Records after Clive Davis revived the label in 2008.
Okay, in 2008.
First clue.
Say that. Wait. Okay.
Second clue.
Say the first one again. Her debut album came out in 2008.
First to be released on Arista Records in 2008. Yes.
Okay.
Before her big break, she performed on a Disney Line cruise ship. I see the wheels turning.
Okay.
Okay, this might help you. Her Tony Award was for production that won Best Musical about a queer Black man working as a security guard.
Read that one more time.
Her Tony Award was for a production that won Best Musical about a queer Black man working as a security guard.
As a queer Black man working as a security guard. Okay, I don't know what play that was, but sure. Question.
Mm-hmm.
Is she queer herself?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
Not allegedly.
Okay. Not allegedly. Okay.
I don't know what he's talking about. Not that I know of.
Was she on a popular show on FX?
Not that I know of. Allegedly.
Allegedly. Amani, do you know who it is? Because you just sitting up here cheesing.
I do know. I do know who it is.
He just guessed it and asked me if he was right.
They have a Tony. They were singing on cruises, and their debut album was in 2008. What was I doing in 2008? How old was I?
That was your first year of high school, right?
My first year of high school.
I mean, college.
Yeah. Something like that.
Something
heading into my second year, between my first and second.
You got one more, right?
Yeah. Have they released any new music in the past 3 years?
I think so. Her last solo album was in 2011.
So
full-length album?
Wait. Because you asked me like...
I'm just...
Oh, no, she did. Is that... When did that come out? Sorry. I ain't listened to that. Oh, it's a Christmas album. That's why. Last year.
Damn, so that's all my questions. Can I ask one more?
That is all your questions. Yeah.
Wait, so you're saying yes, I'm done, or yes, I can ask one more question, or do I just have to guess?
We will allow it. You can ask one more.
Okay, thank you, Amadi. Were they on a singing competition?
Yes.
What was the third clue again?
Her debut Her Tony Award was for a production that won Best Musical about a queer black man working as a security guard.
Is it Jennifer Hudson?
Yes.
I was going back and forth between her and Fantasia, but I couldn't remember if Fantasia won a Tony. Probably not.
No. I mean, Jennifer is the EGOT, but I couldn't say that.
Yeah.
You would have got it.
You almost stumped her.
Musical is A Strange Loop. We saw that.
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
Pretty good. Oh, yeah, it was good.
Yeah. I gotta check that out.
Cool. Great job, Janelle.
Thank
with your
you.
extra clues and hints and things.
There was one extra question. Whoa. That's crazy.
JK. All right. Going with your black ads. That ain't it. Who you got this week?
All right. Going with your black ads, I'm going to have to give that to Diarrha and SKIMS. Really think that that's a smart move, or a great move on both parts. Smart move on SKIMS, and just a great, bounce back for her.
Yeah.
That ain't it. I'm gonna have to give that one to Vogue, eliminating all of the BIPOC talent they had on the team with their folding of Teen Vogue.
Yeah. Amadi.
Double tap. Both.
All right. I'm going to give Going With Your Black Ads to NBA on Prime Victory theme song, just to go against the grain a little bit. And I'm a double tap on Teen Vogue folded into Vogue.
Well, there you have it.
And like, the intensity is in the words that they use. Folded. Like, we understand what that. Like, dang, you ain't even put up a fight.
That's it.
Close. Folded. Put into the drawer.
No Kaylani.
No Kaylani. All right, y'all. That wraps another episode of With Your Black Ads. Thank you for listening. As always, like, subscribe, comment, follow, all of the things. Share. And until next time, y'all be safe. See y'all.
Bye.
That's what the fuck I'm talking about. God, that's what I'm talking about. It was so black ass. It was black ass.